So now that our child has demonstrated some visual discrimination and auditory discrimination ability, we're going to move on to the next early learning skill of receptive handover. So basically, all these receptive drills are going to look like is there's going to be a set of materials in front of the child and you're going to ask them to hand one of them over. So this is the very basic what it's going to look like. As you can see here, I have a little yellow car and I have a big spoon. So they're quite different objects. I'm going to put it in front of the child. I'm going to say, shoulder, give me car. Good work, shoulder. Token on the way to completing our strip. Now, these receptive handover drills can be done in so many different ways with varying difficulty and for varying reasons. So when I delivered that to shoulder then, we have two objects that are really quite different. And that's probably the best place to start for a little guy because the less discrimination I have to make between the two objects, the easier it's going to be to do the drill correctly. Now, what's really great about this receptive style handover drill is that you can teach a child so many concepts doing this, whether it's just important vocab, new labels for different objects, but bigger concepts such as attributes, colors, shapes, size, all different relational concepts can be taught with this receptive method of give me blah, right? So an example of that is, you can see here, we're going to do big and small. So you have a big spoon and a small spoon. So I would deliver this in exactly the same way to shoulder. I would say, shoulder, give me big. Let's try again. Ready? Shoulder, give me big. Big. Good work, you gave me big. So as you can see there, shoulder's been a good child example. They're not always going to get these right when you first start because of course you're teaching them new labels and new concepts. But by appropriately prompting them when necessary, you're going to embed these connections in between the words that come out of your mouth and the objects in front of them. So when I first start off doing a receptive drill with a child, as we previously demonstrated, I like there to be two fairly distinct objects to make it nice and easy for them. So we have two very different 3D objects here. But as we begin to get better at this, we can start teaching our children a range of different labels by either printing images off the internet or cutting them out of magazines or cutting them out of books, anything we want to teach our child. So you can see here we have a picture of a bike, a picture of a shoe, a picture of a hat, and that could be, I've just used these as an example, but anything you want to teach a child, whatever's important in your lives and in your house. If you want your child to learn the labels of your pets, or if you want to teach them their siblings' names, you can do this with absolutely anything. And I'll just quickly go over how you would step this through to teach a child these new labels. So with this example of bike, shoe, and hat, I'm going to first start teaching shoulder the hat label. So I'm going to present her with just the hat in front of her, and I'm going to say, shoulder, give me hat. She doesn't have a lot of options there, and she's going to consistently give me the hat, and she's going to form that connection in between me saying hat and the image in front of her. I'm not giving her tokens at the moment, I'm being a bit rude, but she's done two there where I should have given her tokens. Now, as she's able to consistently give me hat, I'm going to introduce, just drop one. I'm going to introduce a new image. So I'm going to introduce the bike. So now we have hat, which we know she knows, and we have bike, which we're going to assume she doesn't know. I'm going to put them together. I'm going to start with shoulder, give me hat, which she does because she already knows the hat. Now we've introduced a new label, which is going to be the bike. So now I'm going to say, shoulder, give me the bike. Now, that's not always going to work as smoothly as that because, that time shoulder was a compliant child. But what that demonstrated there was something that's known as inferential learning. And you can teach your child so many new things through inferential learning. And all inferential learning means is a child thinks, I know this is the hat. I'm certain this is the hat. I know it's the hat because my teacher or my parent has taught me it's the hat. And now there's something different and new. They didn't, and then the only options are in between the hat and this new object. They didn't ask me to give them the hat, so it must not be the thing I already know. It has to be the new one. So let's assume now that Shelda knows the hat and she knows the bike, because we've done this maybe 10 or 20 times for each and she's learned these, right? So I have the hat on the table, I have the bike on the table, and I'm introducing a shoe, which we assume she does not know that label yet. So I introduce the shoe, and I know she knows the hat, I know she knows the bike, now we're trying to teach her the shoe. So I'd start off with, Shelda, give me the hat. She knows that, she gives it to me. Shelda, give me the bike. She knows that, she gives it to me. Now it's a new label. Now, your child will generally take a bit longer to do this one because they're not sure, but through a process of elimination, Shelda, give me the shoe. Great work. So, through the process of elimination or inferential learning, you're then able to teach your child many more labels than they would normally learn. So, that's how it applies for labels, but as we said, it can work for big and small, it can work for red, blue, on, under, anything you want to teach your child for a receptive handover style drill, you can.